Jayden Daniels' family, their lawyer, tells LSU to stop using JD's name, image, and likeness because they didn't retire the number 5. Let's talk about this. All right, guys, Jayden Daniels. So I'm reacting to these guys. Jayden Daniels, I'm going to give my opinion on this first. I think it was a poorly timed thing. It's not a big deal. It's not football related. So as long as he's balling on the field, I'm not tripping over this at all. But it is poorly timed from his perspective for his brand because you're going into a pivotal season. You had a rough season last year, right? We know who you are. We know what you can do, but you had a rough season last year, and there's a lot of guys who are very, very good players, who exceptional players even, who didn't pan out. So this is a pivotal year for you. And going into this preseason, this came out. This is a big scandal, and of course, it reads as a little bit arrogant the way the media is portraying it. Of course, Twitter is having a field day, making jokes, but that's Twitter, and those jokes are hilarious, by the way. But they're dragging it too, because it's like, okay, like he had something personal going on. He made a decision in his personal life. That's not everybody's business. I don't think he intended it for it to explode like this, but alas, it did. That's my new puppy, trying to get my other dog to get active with her. But anyway, hey, Hazel. She doesn't even know her name yet, so this is going to be a rough video. But let me just say, I think that, I'm not going to jump down Jayden's throat about this or anything like that, but this is now, it's now blown up. People are talking about it, okay? And that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Just because other people are talking about it doesn't mean it means anything, right? We have that video also of JD dancing after scoring the NFC Championship while they were down. That doesn't bode well, right? That's not a great look either. And so I didn't like that when he did it, to be honest with you. I didn't like the fact that he was dancing, but I was like, look, I also think Jayden doesn't necessarily view the quarterback position as this like high and mighty commander, king type thing. I think he views it as a position. He made a play. He felt like dancing. Okay, and it's an NFC Championship. He's young. It's a big moment for him as well. So I understand that, but it did kind of show a little bit of a lack of awareness of the situation. But on the same token, it shows that he may view the position as him just doing his job. So, I had mixed feelings, but kind of mostly negative feelings about that. But it's not something that I would trip over, right? It's not something that's relevant to football. That's non-football related, if you ask me. Dancing or whatever. It's not the end of the world. But, now what the thing is, though, is we're painting a narrative, right? We're starting to have a string of events and things that allow other people to go on you and say negative things and drag you in the media, which is avoidable. I think we should try to avoid that when we can. But if he's ready for the scrutiny, then so be it. If he's confident in his game, then so be it. I don't care. As long as he's ready to come out this season and ball, he could do whatever he wants, bro, and say whatever he wants. Have a whack political stance, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. He could call somebody a bad name or anything, any number of things, and could go viral, and I'm not going to trip off that because I don't care. That's not related to football, right? That's the way I feel about it. I do think these are generally not good things that we're talking about here. And it's not like catastrophic by any means, but it just sheds a negative light, which you would like to avoid if you could, but it doesn't change my opinion of the player or his value in any way whatsoever. I'm still very optimistic about him heading into this season. So I just wanted to put that out there. And yeah, let's see what other people have to say about it. We'll comment as well.
I started the show yesterday with this because I had just seen it and it struck me as odd. Chris and I talked about it for a while. We went rogue. Today, it's baked into the cake because it was a strange Thursday for Jayden Daniels and for LSU. This fight over the issuance of number 5 to cornerback DJ Pickett. And I think it was a perfect storm of factors that came together here to cause this. Number one, I believe, and I'm not calling Brian Kelly a liar here, because Lord knows college football coaches always tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But
always,
I believe Brian Kelly, while trying to reel in that fish, we got to reel in that fish. We got to get that recruit who's going to make our football team better. get me paid more money, right? Got to get that great player. Oh, he wants to wear number 5. Well, give him number 5. Well, sir, we've made a commitment to.
Let me also add this. With JD, I think the Joe Burrow comparisons, do I think Jayden Daniels is a better quarterback than Joe Burrow? Yes. But LSU had like a crazy year when Joe Burrow was there, and that might just be a coincidence. Jayden Daniels had a great year as well, but LSU is not Alabama. They don't win national championships left, right, and center, right? They're one of the top programs out there. They're a big SEC program, and they win. They're a good program, but they're not, winning a national championship is still a very, very big deal there, okay? And now Alabama without Saban's, a national championship's a big deal anywhere, right? Okay, so Burrow having that season with, obviously Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase were there, and those guys, the O-line was great. Everybody, they had a lot of guys on that team. But they retired that number, and he was also a cultural icon. Look, let's be real, okay? It's LSU, right? It's the South. These people are, man, I hate to even say it like this, but there's probably a little bit of favoritism there towards the white guy. You got to think that's the guy that's included. He's part of it. He's part of like the school, the culture, and all that. Whereas most, y'all know what I'm trying to say, bro. Let's be real, bro. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like a lot of guys, it's not necessarily like that. It's like, yo, we idolize him. He's a great player, but he's not. He don't look like he belongs at the frat party. Like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is real, bro. It's a real thing, and so like. That's a thing, honestly. And unfortunately, that is a thing. And I'm not saying that that's fair or that's good. And I understand JD's reason for feeling the way he does, but it's a white quarterback at LSU at the end of the day. Like and he won a national they're gonna retire his number. Okay, like that's what's gonna happen there. So I think. To some degree, it's like, yes, you're still Jayden Daniels. You still went to LSU, and you're still like, you know what I'm saying? I understand exactly why he feels the way he feels. I totally get it. But to me, it's like this kind of is like expected almost. You just kind of got to brush it off and move on, and formulate like our own shit per se, right? That's the way I see this type of thing. Obviously, it feels a little like, yeah, but at the same time, then too, he did win a national championship, and JD did not. JD had an arguably statistically better season, I think. Not arguably. He had a better statistical season one of those times. But yeah, so there's that. I think, there's comparison is the thief of joy. If you think your number should have been retired, that's one thing, but if you think, oh, they're giving Joe Burrow more respect than me, let's not even get into that, okay? Let's just keep it professional and keep it pushing. We don't think about LSU. You're done with LSU. You got what you needed out of LSU, bro. You went to multiple schools. You went to LSU. You got drafted number 2. You're getting banked, and now you play for the Commanders, and we love you in D.C. So fuck Louisiana. With all due respect, who cares? So, you know what I mean? Everything worked out, bro. So just dead that whole thing. Don't even think about it, and let's move on. That's my thing on this, but I do understand what he's thinking, how he's feeling.
That we won't issue number 5. Well, why the hell did we do that? Well, we did it. Well, tell the kid he can wear number 5, and when he gets here, I'll just never bring it up. Right? Say whatever you have to say to get the kid to sign. I'll worry about it later. So last year, when DJ Pickett shows up, under the impression he's been promised number 5, he didn't get number 5. Well, now that Brian Kelly's gone and the new coach has someone he can blame it on, Lane Kiffin's like, hey, promise is a promise. They promised this kid number 5. Well, they also promised to not use Jayden Daniels number 5. You can't pick and choose which promise you're going to honor. That's the whole problem. We made 2 conflicting promises. Yeah, you're going to honor one of them. Last year, you honored the promise to Jayden Daniels. This year, you're honoring the promise to DJ Pickett.
And honestly, bro, that's facts, though. Like, that's mad important to kids and anybody, even me, right? If I were in that situation, my number would be important. If I had to choose between 2 good options and one of them's going to give me this and one of them's not, so to get the kid in the building, yeah, like you know. So if that's what it is, then hey, it's not even personal at that point. But I do believe there's also some It probably is a little bit of that.
Your Honor,
little bit of like Joe Burrow being part of the lore and the folklore, and JD maybe not getting that sort of love, even though he probably deserves it as far as his on the field play goes. I do think that's part of it. Okay, I think that might be part of it. That might just be part of it. Yo, we all been, bro. Like, we've been around this shit. All right, so like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
at the expense of the other promise that you made. That's why you shouldn't do this, especially in the NIL era. College football programs, do not retire jerseys. Do not set aside jerseys. Don't do it, because you never know who that recruit that you must have.
Right, bro. And you're at a program like LSU, bro. Like, there's no way he's that good, bro. Like, I'm telling you, there is no way any college player. Joe Burrow was at Ohio State on the bench for a little while. These kids all transfer in. Jayden Daniels, Arizona State. There's no way these motherfuckers is that good, bro, that you're going to retire their number in college. Like, come on, bro. Because, I mean, look, I get it. They're fucking nice, and they're obviously very good, but it's college. They're there for, like, a short period of time, and the next kid comes in. You're going to retire everybody's number that plays well? This isn't like the NFL where you guys have 20-year-long careers and get their number retired. It's one number every generation getting retired. This is college. You retire a number, that number is gone. Nobody can have that number now. And generally, if the player is good enough to have their number retired, it's a fresh number. So you're going to go 10 years, and in 10 years retiring everybody's fucking number, you're going to have, like, all the fucking 60s left. And that's it. You know what I mean? Everybody's going to be wearing 64. Right? Bro, like, that shit is not going to work, bro. It's not... Yeah, I don't know. That's not a good play.
That's going to say, sorry, I'm not coming to your school unless I can wear my number, which is exactly what happened. And then you throw on top of it all of that, and you throw on top of it that they misread how Jayden Daniels was going to react to it. Jayden's cool. Jayden's not going to get upset about this. It's not going to be an issue. It's not going to be a problem. We'll just do it like we did at the DJ Pickett last year. We'll just do it. And then the shit hits the fan. Jayden Daniels, they send the letter, cease and desist using my NIL. And it's clear. And it's funny to see some of the back.
And he did it, bro. Let me say this. Let me also add this, though. Excuse me. Jayden did do it in the most professional way he possibly could have. Having a lawyer send a cease and desist, yo, stop using my NIL, like, it's dead now. That was BS, whatever. With that tone, and it was like a legal action. He wasn't like tweeting about it, complaining. He wasn't, he did it in the most professional way he could. But the media, of course, is going to do its thing. So, and that's what's happened. Twitter did its thing. Yo, bro, we can be the villain, though. I'm not going to lie. It's cool. We can be the villain. I'm not tripping. I'm not going to, he's not going to lose my loyalty as a fan from this. I could fucking care less. You know what I mean? Bro, we're Skins fans, bro. We're probably the most loyal group in the world. We're not going anywhere. So you still have our support. I don't know. But to me, it's like a head scratcher. It's like, was this the right time? But at the same time, I feel him, too. So, like, you know what I mean? That's where I'm at with this.
Tracking that's out there directly and indirectly, more indirectly than directly, they issued a statement to ESPN making it clear they're pissed off that the number 5 was reissued. The whole thing, like, you could not put that on your bingo card that all this stuff would happen, and it's a bad look for everyone, and I feel bad for DJ Pickett because he got lied to last year, and the simple effort of trying to get them to honor their promise pulls him into this weird spot where, hell, if I was him, I'd start thinking about transfer.
Mike, you mentioned Jayden Daniels getting upset,
and we don't know. I don't know if I would say he should transfer, bro. It's just the media, bro. You gotta get used to ignoring outside people in general. Unless, what I do personally, what I like to do is I like to take everything from everywhere, right, and try to pick out and choose what I think is good information. I'll take the good information. If I do some fuck shit, like genuinely, if I actually do something bad and fuck up and people are hating on me for it, I'm going to like listen to the hate and be like, okay, so like he just called me a whole bunch of words and then he also said this one thing that actually probably I could fix that and be way better if I do that. Like that's the way I look at it, right? But you can't be taking this stuff at face value and letting it be an emotional ingestion. It's just... Bro, it's the outside world. Like, it's somebody else. They're not going to be there when you're doing your drills during the day or lifting weights or whatever, right? And you're focused on your diet and shit. So who fucking cares? Like, and that goes for anything in life. Whether you're studying to become a neurosurgeon or a rocket scientist or whatever, like, other people are telling you you're a nerd or whatever it might be that's going on, right, in your life. Like, you don't need to pay attention to that. You don't. So transferring over some shit like this is bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? This is like when a kid gets too drunk at a frat party, does some embarrassing shit, and everybody's like, oh my God, I would transfer if I was him. Like, bro, there's no fucking way you're serious, bro. Like, what kind of bullshit are you on? Are you, like, that stupid? Like, your focus is on, like, that's some extracurricular shit. Like, who cares? You know? Anyway, it's just the narrative and the mindset. It's just such a bitch ass mindset. Just transfer, bro. Somebody said something bad, bro. What? Like, no, there's no reason to transfer here. I would lose respect for you if you transferred, flat out, bro. It's bro. This is nothing, bro. This is nothing.
Or being pissed off. It clearly is. My only regret is I didn't see it from Jayden Daniels. Because I can't imagine Jayden Daniels, who seems to be the most poised, the most fun-loving, the most even-keeled guy in the NFL. I can't imagine him getting mad about anything. So I'd like to see, before we get into the numbers, the numerology, I'd like to see an upset Jayden Daniels.
You know what, though, bro? A guy like Jayden Daniels, like one of these, like, cool motherfuckers. I don't know what my dog is doing. But one of these, like, cool guys, like Jayden Daniels, they usually be getting the angriest on the low. Like, if somebody like me, I might just spaz out, yell at somebody, or fight, and then it's over, right? Try to avoid fighting. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a guy like Brandon Ayuk, just say some wild shit, and it's off his chest. He might even feel a little guilty after that. And you know what I mean? But a guy like JD, who probably just ignores shit and tries to ignore it, keep it off of his back. And then, you know, when something does get to one of these people, though, bro, they be tight. They be wanting blood and shit. You know what I mean? But they're just not the type to wild out and get aggressive and yell. So that's actually worse, to be honest. The fact that, because if this is one of those things where he feels genuinely disrespected and it's rare for him to do so, he's probably dumb mad under the surface. Like, he's probably actually, like, really, really pissed off. Or, you know what I mean? So that's another thing to think about.
Because that's a rare occurrence, I think. So, and the fact that he got mad over this tells you a lot about what numbers mean to players. And I saw your post yesterday. I think you're spot on. You said players, essentially, tell me if I'm paraphrasing incorrectly, players should not take on their identity from their numbers, but they do. And they do. We know this. It matters to players. That's why in all sports. That's why you wonder, hey, this guy is going to this team. Is he going to pay?
Yeah, bro, I tell you what. I made myself some logos and some branding, and one of the secondary logos in my logo environment and my branding system, my brand system, is a number 16. And that's meaningful for me because when I was a sophomore, I dressed varsity, and I was buns. I mean, I wasn't like buns, but for the team I was playing on, I was buns because the team was nice. And my coach dressed me varsity, and he gave me the number 16. And then I kept that number, obviously. When I was a senior, I asked for it. And you know, so that's my number. And now, like, you know what I mean? It means something. At the end of the day, that's a meaningful thing. Like, you know, I wore 46 when I first played football. First time played football, I wore number 46. And I still have pictures from that season. And 46 is a special number to me, you know? I played a different position in high school, so I went with 16. But and it wasn't when you could just wear whatever fucking number. That wasn't what was going on at that time, right? There was still some sort of systematic thing. So anyway, otherwise I would have kept 46. But anyway, the point is, like, this is meaningful stuff, right? And so 46 is still, like, it's in my, I can't tell you what I use it for, but like, it means something, bro. Shit, let me tell you, this is my phone. Let me show you real quick what I got on my phone right now. This is my helmet sticker from high school football. I don't know if y'all can see that. I think you should be able to see that. That says 16 right there. That's my helmet sticker, bro, from my senior year. Dead ass. So, like, you know what I mean? It's like a good luck charm, a memento. But this shit does mean something for sure.
$10,000. You're going to give somebody a new Rolex.
Mind you, I'm 28 years old. I'm 28 and I still have that. I'll probably have that till the day I die. I'm afraid I'd be touching my phone like, Bro, I'll be making sure that I just hold my phone all the time because I don't want anybody to sabotage that. I would rather, so I can't have my phone stolen, right? I got to be very, very careful about this. It's probably bad. I might need to get that off my phone. I'm not going to lie. Phone is probably not the best place to have that because somebody might steal the phone. That's too sentimental. I got to put it somewhere else. I'm going to think about it.
You're going to do this. How much will he pay for that number? Because players.
Bro, also, we used to have a link. One of our coaches played at quarterback at Virginia Tech, and they had a tradition, and he brought it to our high school where they give you a link at the end of the season after everything, and it's a part of a chain. They take a chain, they give you a link from the chain, and the idea is that you're forever linked to the family, to the team, right? Forever linked to Westfield football, whatever organization. That's like the thing, the moral. So, man, I got so drunk when I was a freshman in college. One of the first nights out there, and I lost my link, bro. I deadass lost my keychain, which I had my link on. I lost the whole fucking thing. I must have like done something, I don't know, but I was blacked out. So that still hurts. That hurts me to this day. But at least I still have the helmet sticker, and I got mad helmet stickers on my wall in my room at home. But this is the one I keep with me, and I have my other 16, one from my sophomore year, and the other ones in my room as well. So, but at least I got one of them on me. It's good luck. I mean, it's, people, it means something to people, bro. It's real.
See themselves as that number. So Pickett and his family, they released their, these competing statements. Pickett says, yeah, I've been number 5 my entire life. And I'm sure Jayden Daniels can come back, hey, I was number 5 at Arizona State, number 5 at LSU, and number 5 now with the, and so you just go.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Either of them, they don't need to be beefing with each other. Honestly, this is them both having an issue with, like, hey, I get it, bro. You didn't want all this drama signing up to play for LSU. You didn't want to deal with all this. You got number 5. I mean, you probably, but you kind of might have known about that, though. It had to be in the back of your head. But still, and then JD, yeah. I mean, so the beef, I don't think is between each other. Obviously, they made competing statements, but, like, it is what it is, okay? I don't expect DJ Pickett to give the number up at all. By no means do I expect him to be like, yeah, okay, but yeah.
Back and forth with this. I'm just surprised. I'm surprised that